Okay guys, I am so looking forward to opening this and showing you this calendar. It is a bookshop, bookstore, Books and Curiosities. It's by a company called kawaii, or it might be Kinder Kawaii, but I think it's Kinder Kawaii. It cost £109 including postage. I think it's a pretty new calendar. I believe they did bring it out last year, but there was a little bit of problem. They had a little bit of difficulty with supplies, but I don't know the background story to that, so I'm not going to dwell on that. This year, everything has arrived on time. I believe they are still available, and they have 3 advent calendars. The bookshop, which is this one, is their kind of stationery and accessories advent calendar. So this was 109. They have another one which is they're all cute. Sanrio advent calendar, which is based on Hello Kitty and Friends, and then they have another one, so that one is 145, and then they have another one which is a Ghibli advent calendar, which is inspired by the Aquino residents. That makes no sense to me whatsoever, but I'm sure if you're kind of into your kawaii culture, you know exactly what that means, and that's their most expensive calendar, which is 199. But I'm going to focus on this absolutely adorable bookstore. So it is just stunning. You open up the front. I'm going to bring it nearer, I think, and you've got this whole, hang on, let's move it this way. So I'm not going to bend it back too much. So you've got a picture here of kind of like a bookshelf, non-fiction, fiction, romance, arrows. You know, there's like a little cute Chinese cat there. And then the actual calendar itself are these books all stacked up, and they all open and slide out like this. And I just think it's the most usable advent calendar that I have ever seen. Like, often they're really big and bulky, and although in theory they're nice to use, they're a little bit difficult, but this one I think is just perfect. You know, I could use it for jewellery, I could use it for craft items, all kinds of little knickknacks. I mean, sewing supplies, all kinds of stuff. It's just so fantastic. And up in the top here, number 20, this lifts up. I'm not going to lift it very high, and that's that number 24, and it's magnet clasp, so it's just beautiful. It's such good quality. So that shuts as well really nicely. And then I'm going to bring, let's see if I hold it up so you can kind of see. So you've got some lovely little gold work detail on the calendar there, which I think I do it that way, you can see the reflection. You know, it's like a little kind of old rummage shop, isn't it? You know, we have quite a few of these type of ones in the UK, but they're the kind of shops that you go in and you find lots of old things. It's full of dust and mystery and age and just secrets. So like I say, I have no idea what the quality of this advent calendar is going to be like. So I'm going to find number 1, which says The Last Earl Grey. Oh, and they're okay, so I didn't notice this when I was getting excited and showing you. So it's numbered chronologically, so it's easy to find them. You go all the way down. So number 1, The Last Earl Grey book, I'm going to put it out, is this. So this, oh my gosh, it's just, look at the detail. So you've got a really nice drawer for use afterwards. English breakfast tea, tea time memo. So is this stick-it notes or a little notebook? Well, I suppose it's kind of both, isn't it? It's memo notes and it's stick-its. Let's have a look. Yep, so it's stick-it notes. That's kind of fun. The only thing, I mean, I absolutely love the look of it. It's just, you'd have to write with a Sharpie, wouldn't you? If you're wanting to keep it, you know, like see what you've written, or I suppose you could write on the back. Let's see. As far as fun and pretty and cute goes, this has got all the feels. It's a nice size stick-it note as well, you know, you can kind of scribble down a lot. And I need a pen. Okay, I've got a really cute pelican pen by Rose, so I'm just going to write to-do list, just to see how the kind of the pen shows up. And then I've got a fountain pen. There we go. Well, that actually from a paper quality, so the fountain pen's sitting really nicely on top of that as well. It's not bleeding in, it's going to kind of like just dry nicely. So I think that, oops, sorry, I think that is really lovely. So number 2 is a book called Guardian of Stories. Oh, okay. So look at this. We have, I think it should have sat in there like that, but it has travelled quite a distance. So I haven't been in and had a look. So this is a pen clip. That's very tight. So it's got a lovely embossed flower and leaf pattern all over it. It's I'm really two products in and I'm already going, it's fabulous. Is that faux leather or leather? I'm just going to smell it. I can't tell, if I'm honest. It's really pretty. I do like it. I love the colour green. It's obviously a massive book clip, and then you stick let me stick the 2 pens I've got. I'm hoping there are pens in this, but they fit. Oh, look at those. They fit so well. It's a gorgeous green. Oh, look, it matches my jumper, kind of. I like the big stitching. Shall I find a notebook to put it on as well? So I got a big notebook just because I thought the colour went really nicely. So you could either slip it on. Sorry, how can I show you this? Aha, let's do that. I hope that you see some of it. There we go. You slip it on like that. It's nice and tight. So you could slip it on the top. Obviously you'd centre it. Or, my pens are upside down. You could slip it on the side, which I think is probably the better way of doing it. Let's just change that around. Sorry, it's bugging me. I hope there's a notebook in here. But that's nice. I really like that. That's probably one of the better pen holder book clips that I've had in a calendar. Oh, and another thing, we'll see if this goes through, but I do like, so this is the Guardian of Stories, and this is like a kind of a guardian, you know, it's like the pen clip on the front of a notebook or your book, you know. I think it's, there's all these little subtle funny bits in it. Anyway, let's go for number 3, which is Midnight Bakery, and it's got a little teeny box. I'm just showing you that, sorry, it's just so cute. It's got a little tiny box of patisserie, freshly baked cakes and treats, delicious things inside. The detail on this packaging, look for a stamp, is just beautiful. I almost don't want to open them. What's this? I don't even know. Oh, it's little teeny tiny stickers. Okay, let's open those up. So is this more of a journaling stationery advent calendar, do we think? So we have got, oh my goodness, right, I'm going to put the little box down here so I can drop them in. We have got 1, 2, 3 little raspberries, 3 figs, I think, yeah, so it must be 3 of everything. Then 3 tickets to take a number, wait in turn. Because it's a bakery, of course, we've got a kind of a pastry, I'm not sure what pastry that is, but 3 little heart pastries. Oh, so these are special pastries. They look like they're dipped in chocolate with some fruity bits, dried raspberries maybe. Then you've got 3 plain ones. These are doubles. Oh, then we've got the cream ones. Look at those, so cute. We've got some. So we've got, it's all raspberries, isn't it? Okay, so we've got dried raspberry croissant and fresh raspberry croissant. What would this be? Vanilla slice, fig vanilla slice. Yum. And then a kind of, I'm not sure what that is. It's kind of like a really cute pastry with fig and raspberries in the middle. I'm now going to start getting a rumbly tummy. So you've got 3 of those. 3 double, oh, they're strawberries, strawberry cream buns or shoe pastries, and then 3 raspberry brownie cake things. That is just so cute. And yes, I think there's a clue in the title of the book. So Midnight Bakery, and then you've got patisseries with little patisserie stickers on it. Right, number 4 is Mycelium Dreams. So this suggests some kind of fungi, magic mushroom. Yeah, look at that. I love it. There's little clues on the box. We've got a little wallet. No, I don't think this is a wallet. What's this? It is covered in lots of little botanical fungi. So this is faux leather. I think it must be a faux leather calendar. What is this? Wow, it unfolds into... Oh, I think it becomes like a pen holder, pen pot. I will just have a play with it afterwards, but it folds out like this. So you've got each end has got these little slotty areas, and then you've got like a tongue either side of the middle, so it feels like it should be like a pot like this. Okay, I'm showing you 2 ways. So this way I took it on the outside to thread it in and out of the 2 slits, and on this side I put it on the inside. And I don't know, what do you think? Do you think it should be inside or outside? I think I prefer it when it's inside. So that's the side view, so you will see that showing up, but you do that whether it's inside or outside, you get to see that external flap, as it were. What do you think? Which do you prefer? With the tongue outside like that, there's the top, there it is looking down, or on the inside like that? I think I'm inside. I think it should be like this. Okay, we're on day 5, or book number 5, which is Afternoon Tea Tales. Okay, and what have we got in here? We have, oh, they've jiggled out. Oh, it's afternoon tea, literally. So we have, I think they would have, oops, I think they would have slotted in like this, and they've just come out in the post. But we've got 3 little brass paper clips. I'm just going to check there's nothing underneath. I don't think there is, no. So we have a tin of tea. I have a cupboard full of these. I love tea. I've got about 30 different ones. I don't put milk in my tea, so I have, oh, I could list them. Maybe I should do that one day, show you all my teas. And a tea bag, because, you know, sometimes you do different things, although I tend to do loose tea. And then the most adorable old style vintage teacup. And I've just added them to the book, and they slide on. You know, like sometimes you get them, I think at the papier, it's a little bit scratchy, the metal. These, they slide on. There's no scratch noise, there's nothing. Look at that. Yeah, that's on a few pages as well. But if I take that off, I don't, there's a tiny little indent there, but that's because I've got, where did I drop my box of tea? So there is a little indentation. I wonder if you get the same if you just do one page like in a book. There, look at that. I love them. Sorry, I'm going to show you them again, because I just think they're so cute. Oh, I didn't show you the back, sorry. The back is plain, but who cares? Because you don't need to see both sides all the time. So that's them from the front. And oops, because they're heavy, that's the back of them. Shiny, shiny. They are gorgeous. I'm loving this. Okay, number 6, the painter's pocket. So let's pull the green painter's pocket out, and we have in here another little box. It's a little sketchbook. I've got sketchbook, priority mail, special delivery. Then you've got, what's it say at the top? Cute Art Essentials, kind of kawaii, open me. It's just full of little arty stickers and supplies. It's so adorable. So what's going to be in here? Do we think this is more stickers? Are we going to get lots of stickers in this? We are going to get some more stickers. This time, so this definitely feels journaly. This time we've got art supplies, so let's go through those. I want you to know that we're going to have 3 of each, I think. So we have, and they're hard to get, we've got 3 little markers. So we've got 3 paintbrushes, artist brush number 2, 3 fine liners with waterproof pigment ink. Okay, we're going back down that final pens and pencils. We've got 3 cute mechanical pencils. Look at the detail, love it. Then we've got 3 little sketchbooks, 3 little erasers. We've got somebody's sketchbook already open here, 3 of those being held open with one of those clippy clips, which is a clamp. Oh, that's funny. So here we go. Look, you've actually got the clamp. Hang on. 1, 2. There's the clamp. Clamp stickers. Everybody needs a tote bag, art supply tote bag. Blue high pigment paint. Or printing ink maybe. Oh no, watercolour. And then we have some high pigment red. 3 bendy rulers, and finally we have some graphite refills for the mechanical pencil. I love it. The whole set in here all comes together. It just like works, you know. It's like a whole kind of like little art table set. Okay, day 7. We've got the Pocket Chronicles. Oh wow! And then we've got, look, we've got some little mini notebooks. Beautiful colours. We've got pink and shiny gold. And oh, what colours is that? Green, I think, possibly a dark green, which would match the theme of everything we've had so far. There we go, bam. So again, yep, faux leather, super soft, really really lovely gold effect on the front. Yeah, gold foil, nothing on the back. Lined paper. Kind of kawaii. I will write in this just to see if we get bleed through, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, that's to separate them. And then this is the pink one. So you've got the gold foil effect on the front, and then another stripy. I like how soft the covers are, although I imagine they might curl a bit. Need to keep them flat. But they're both super sweet. And because we always test our paper, particularly with fountain pens, testing. Sorry, my writing's horrible when I'm kind of writing mid-air. But there's the fountain pen. A little bit of shadowing, but it's not bleeding through. That's so lovely. It looks like I'm writing texting. Okay, 8. Window of Whispers. Oh, what's underneath here? I'm not sure if it should be the other. Oh my gosh, no, that's right. What is this? A bookmark? It must be. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's a window. Is it the window of the shop? I can't remember now because memory is shocking. Yep, look at that. Well, kind of. It's similar but different. So we've got a window and we've got a cup of tea, candle, plant. Look at the colours. It's so sweet. It's slightly raised. I'm hoping that you might be able to see that. So it's slightly raised. The sort of the gold is slightly raised in relief. It's got a slight texture to it. So when you rub your hands over it, you can kind of feel the gold parts. And then you've got the kind of like enamel effect underneath. And there is a beautiful silky tassel. So would you put it in like that? Hang on, I will be back with a book. So yes, you can either have it hanging over the top like this, and there's the bookmark there. It's nice and thin so it doesn't protrude, or you could have it hanging out, but I would be worried that would fall out if it was like that. So I would have it the other way, hanging out the top. But that is another really cute, fun thing. Okay, we are on Between the Pages, number 9. So that last one was called Window of Whispers, and we did get a window. This is Between the Pages, so we have got Okay, so we've got some more bookmarks here. These are magnetic ones. I'm kind of like, that's a lot of bookmarky things again, because you've had the paper clips and you've had the big bookmark, and now we've got some more. They are super cute, but that's a lot of bookmarks. So these have got a nice feel. So we've got the little mushroom pattern again, this time in, oh no, so we've got the green mushroom pattern, or fungi should I say, and we've got a pink one. We're going to get something with the pink one, and then it says Grow Wild in the middle one, which is a nice kind of raspberry cranberry red. The back's not plain either, I like that, so the pattern or the print goes all the way through with like a thin magnet on the top, which is exactly what magnet bookmarks are. And now I can't get them apart, come on, there we go. So, and I'll just put them on my fluorescent green. I do like magnet bookmarks, they're just really neat. So there we go, that's the magnetic bookmark, or one of them. So I'll be generous, so they are nice, I'll be generous and I'll say we've only had 2 bookmarks because, to be fair, these are supposed to be paper clips. Personally, I think I would use them as bookmarks. Okay. Number 10 says sweet mistakes. So I'm now playing into this clue thing. I think this might be an eraser. And we have, I think these are all our erasers. So let me take them out. It's like a Thornton's or Cadbury's Milk Tray chocolate over here. Yep, so we've got a little kind of chocolate sprinkle detail on this one. This is a heart, which says love on the side. Then we've got your classic kind of shell. This is normally like a soft caramel toffee inside this. And this is normally like a hazelnut, isn't it? This is normally something like this has normally got a hazelnut in. Soft centre, and that would be like a what, a praline? So they are nice, but are they any good as erasers? So I'm going to test one. So I have a mechanical pencil here. Just do a squibbly, 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 squibbly. Oh, I've made a mistake. Let's get the hazelnut whirl, or whatever I've decided to call this in the bakery, and they erase. They erase pretty well. And I'm doing this while pushing on my hand, not on a kind of solid desk. Okay, that's quite cool, isn't it? I'm not going to lie, I just smelled them, and I think they smell of chocolate as well. There's definitely a faint odour to them. It's not particularly strong. Oh, that one's no. They smell of chocolate, that one. This one smells more strongly than the other one. They've got a smell. And I think it's supposed to be chocolate. Oh, how cool is that? So I'm leaving number 10 box out because I want to keep the eraser chocolates on them. So we've got 3 little ones now for 11, 12 and 13. So we've got Pen Keeper's Passage. Do we think this is a pen? Pen Keeper. Oh, it's pulling out. Oh, it's stuck. Come on. You can do it. Don't destroy the whole. Okay, so we have another pen holder. But this time it's a keyring. So there's a there's a gold leaf feather on the back. This works. It's a pivot round one. I don't know, this feels quite plasticky. You know, it's a different quality to this one that is really soft. So this has got that kind of soft faux leather feel. This one's a lot harder. I don't know, maybe is that supposed to be on a bag? I don't know if I would want to put some pens that I cared about in. I suppose they'd stay. I suppose they'd look kind of okay like that. I don't know if I'd want them hanging on a bag. Maybe in a bag, like inside, you know, kind of clip it onto the bag handle and pop it inside so you don't lose them. cute idea. I'm not sure how functional it is. What do you reckon, guys? Would you use something like this? Okay, number 12 is Notes from Hollow Tree. And we have a weenie. Ooh, a weenie. Little pen or pencil. Okay, so it twists. It's a fountain pen, no way! So it's, I think this is genuine wood. It says kind of kawaii there. It's got a gold kind of top bottom. That doesn't come off. So the lid screws off and screws onto the base. So you now got that long fountain pen. That's the nib. I can't see in this light. I will look up close whether it's fine or medium. And then, does it come with ink? It does. It comes with ink. It comes with black ink. Oh my. That's just... Oh, hang on. That looks like... Does that really plop in there? That... Oh, sorry. You can't see. So, that doesn't look like it fits in there. I'm just going to have a look at this properly offline because it just feels a bit wrong. Okay, this is annoying. I've had to put one of these long ink cartridges in. This is the one that comes with it. And it's got a really small opening and you need to put in... Oh, sorry, I haven't put a spare out. One with that size. Can you see the difference? And unfortunately, I do have quite a few ink cartridges, but they are all... Oh, I just dropped the one that came with it in here. But most of the big ones, including my universal ones that have both ends, the bigger, they're too long. So it does mean that I can test said pen out. So it writes quite nicely. I think it's a fine nib and it's a little bit scratchy. But it writes fine. It's just a shame it didn't come with the right size cartridge, because I now can't put this beautiful end on. And I liked that. I wanted to see what it read like. It's quite a light pen, by the way, so it's easy for, you know, if you like light pens. So it feels very light. But obviously I can't now sensibly put it away. I'm going to have to leave it like that, which is such a shame. I wish they'd done the right ink cartridge because I really like it. I'm going to pop it in this pen holder. At least I can keep it upright. That's going to be annoying, particularly if you don't normally have like ink cartridges and ink. But you know, if you're not into ink pens, you're not going to have the right thing and you're going to have to go looking. Right, the Forgotten Keys is number 13. And we have, what's this? I'm concerned now, I've got inky fingers. Magnets. We have got, talking of ink, that's kind of funny. Do you think that's a bit of foreshadowing there? We have permanent ink, and it's a little magnet. And we have a bigger one. I'm assuming this is a magnet as well. That is a old-fashioned typewriter. That's kind of fun. You do need to have a magnet board to put them on though, or something metal. Okay, I've gone old school. Look, they fit on my Helix pencil sharpener. Love it. So there you go, you can see them now. So, and you've got little kisses being typed out there. So they're kind of fun, but you know, not everyone's going to use them. I would normally stick them on my radiator, but actually I think they're kind of cool on the side of my pencil sharpener. So on the Sakura Pond, Sakura, sorry, that's Cherry Blossom, isn't it? Cherry Blossom Pond. What do you think, it's washi tape? What do we think? Oh my gosh, no. Look at that. We have got a little, is this a goldfish? Okay, we got some cute ornaments. This is nice. This is like desk accessories. We've got, hang on, I can't hold them both, and a little blossom. So these are ornamental. So you could kind of put them on your note paper, on your desk, on your Little wooden stands. They're kind of sweet. Not something I would want, but that's just me personally, you know. I can imagine this is kind of nice. I wish I could do something with it. Could you, I was going to say, could you like use it as an inkwell? You could put some paint in it. I'm trying to, you know, I feel like you can't do anything. Are they, oh, am I being really stupid? I think I've worked out what they might be because it's a stationery calendar. Are they for propping up your pens on, like ink pens and things? Paintbrushes. Hang on. There we go. See, hear me out. I think that's what they're for. Me going, oh, they're little ornaments. I don't think they're ornaments. This is a stationery calendar. I think they're for putting your pens on. So I think you rest your pen on top of that. It's like a little pen holder. And the fish feels like it's a proppy upper. I've got it for a paintbrush, but you could put it on a, you know, like sorry, my words are not coming out. You could put a dip pen, a glass dip pen, a normal dip pen, a paintbrush, you know, anything that you need to kind of rest in between use. So I think that's what they are. What do you reckon, guys? I think these are handy little things for resting your kind of journal equipment on when you're not using them, and they're just super cute, and that would make a lot more sense. Okay, we're on 15, anchors of thoughts. So thoughts, things in your brain, mind, I don't know, notebook. What do we think this is? Oh, it has, anchors of thoughts has slipped. Oh, it's metal, has fallen underneath the padding. What? We have a teeny tiny chunky. There's two things in here. Hang on, come here. Naughty camera is because it's shiny. So we've got a teeny tiny ruler. It's a bit like the really thin ones, but it's really thick, if that makes sense. That's kind of handy actually, given for little tiny notebooks. It's probably, I haven't got a tape measure or a ruler to check, but I suspect it's probably the size. So, you know, for something like this, that would be kind of okay. You know, it's the perfect length for measuring your journals. And then I'll put this down, put you on top of that. The other thing is this puzzle. Oh, almost. Sweet. Oh, love it. It's like an old-fashioned, like, mechanical pencil thing. Look, you. Oh, wow. Sorry, I love gadgety things like this. Look at that. It's on a little spring, so you push up and to the side and it drops in here to have it out, and then to release it you have to push it up slightly so you can swing it over and it can come down. So just to show you, that's the up and down. Okay, it's plain on the other side, so you go, I'm trying to get my nails out the way so that you can see the actual movement, up, and it's quite tricky, up and over, there we go, and then you have a little pen. That's rather fun. Let's do some scribbles. Okay. Oh, and it's black, and it writes really nicely. That's a rollerball, isn't it? Ooh. Not pushing very hard. And so that is fun and novel. And it's quite weighty as well. And then to release it, you push it up into the side and it drops back down like ka-ching, spring. And looking at the bottom, because I do love little gadgets like this, to change it you push and release down. There we go. And there's the spring. Don't lose the spring. So up and in to make, and then up and again. So that is rather cool with the, where's it gone? With the little ruler. And what was it called? What was the clue for that? It was anchors of thoughts. Oh, I suppose you're anchoring your thoughts because you're writing them down. Okay, I get that. Okay, 16 is where words sleep. Mine sleep on z's. Zzz. What have we got in here? We've got another little faux leather item. Okay, so it's an attachment, teasing you here. Oh, there's something. It's, okay, so that's like a bag charm attachment. Although, oh, I suppose no keyring, you'd slip that on the keyring, wouldn't you? Okay, and then you've got a teeny weeny, oh my goodness, it's teeny weeny stationery time. Here we go, look at that, it's a teeny weeny little book, and you can write your little ideas and your thoughts down. Stick that in there. This is nice and chunky, so this is that nice faux leather, not this nasty plastic. It's got a similar feel to this. It's nice and sort of easy to move and bend, which is good because we need to get our little teeny weeny book in it at wonky angles. Oh, look at me making an absolute pig's ear of that. Right, there we go. Oh, that's fun. That's just fun for decoration, actually. I mean, it's handy for writing numbers down. It needs a little teeny weeny pencil or something that can attach to it as well. But that's quite sweet. Oh, I'm such a okay, I'm being a dumbass again. Look, there's a button. So this is how you attach it. You attach it by this. Let's hope it fits and it's not super tight, which these can sometimes be. Well, super tight. Oh man, there we go. You've got to get it over the oh sorry, you've got to get it over that stitch in the middle. That makes it a little bit tricky, so try and level it up. I'm going to be stuck trying to get this off again. There we go. That's how you attach it. That makes more sense. So that's super cute. I like that. Okay, 17, it says threaded margins, and my head's all into embroidery, so I'm thinking thread here. Oh, it's another, it's covered up. Have we got another book? Oh, what's this? Oh, is it a coaster? No, it's a decoration. I think it's a decoration. It could be both. It's a stained glass. Look at that. That is lovely. Oh, I like that. That's so cute. There's really, it's not all stationery. This is kind of like a sort of little fun stationery thing, you know, not like serious stationery. I reckon you could use that as a, hang on, you know, like a coaster? Or would it be too fragile? It feels like you could. I don't know though, so don't quote me on that. If you put something really heavy on yours and it breaks, don't blame me. But you could hang it in your window as well. That's just really pretty. And obviously it's the bookshelf here. So that's really sweet. So it's 18 next, and this book reads The Quiet Harvests. I'm thinking mice. You know, they're quiet and they harvest things. And we have... I thought they were going to be like... This is showing my age. I thought they were like pickle stabbers, you know, for stabbing pickled onions and gherkins in a jar, because that's the kind of, we used to have things like that with fruit on the top, or my grandmother did anyway. It's not, it's for putting pictures and photo frames in. Not photo frames, they're photo holders, you know, so I need a photo. They stand okay. I think you just, that's a little bit wobbly, that one. It's a bit like a buoy. This one's a bit like a buoy, so this is a blue, okay. Sorry, I'm waffling. Let's focus on these. This is a blueberry and this is a strawberry. And I'm going to carefully put them on here. So the strawberries... Ooh, see, no, I can't. Right, I'm going to just tilt the camera slightly. So, the strawberry stands up fine. The blueberry is a little bit wobbly. So I don't think you could put anything particularly big in them. Let's try this and see if it... stands up. Come on, in you go. Right, so if you had a little Polaroid picture or a memo, it would stand up. But if you put something super, super big, like a big chunky Come on, Santa, get your belly in there. Like a big fat Santa. He's gonna... Oh, but he does. He's there. He's standing now. Okay. We got there with a little bit of waffle. So, they're kind of fun. You could always weight them down with blue tack. Anyway, 19. Wheels of Ages. Some time measurement thing. Oh, we've got cheese. Aged cheese. We've got 3 fromage. Kinder Kawaii Cheese Company. Okay, I think I know what these. Yeah, we've got 3 washi tapes. And are they all the same? Ooh, 2 are the same. And then we have a slightly different one here. Let's open them up. So in case you like to use things like this, because I felt a bit bad for journaling, I have managed to peel that one off, but I made an absolute mess of that one. So if you're careful, they will peel, just in case you want to use them in your journals. And then of course, once you've got one side off, you can kind of just peel the plastic away, and that one's a keeper as well. I think they're stickers because that middle bit, which isn't attached to the plastic, is sticky. So here it is. I'm just going to try and find the end, which is there. Okay, let's have a look. Without all the... So, yeah, there... Oh, come on. There we go, too much going on. So there we go. That's one of the 2 that are the same. Lots of cheese, a little bit of jambon by the look of it, or is that a fig? Some crackers. And then let's just see what it looks like on a book. There we go. That's kind of fun. And does it come off easily? Yeah, and it sticks back down again. So could you use that for arting and crafting as well? Okay, and this is the second one. Remember there are 3, but 2 are the same, so this is the other one that's different. Oh, this one feels much stickier, actually. So it's got a similar thing, just slightly different diagrams. Let's just tear that off. It's super, super sticky. And we'll stick this one here. Or not, because it wants to stay attached to me because it's super... Okay, this one's super sticky. Let's see how that comes off. So that's that one. Push over paper, sorry, over scribbles. So we'll pull it off. And stick it on the back here so you get, but not quite so carefully, so you get to see what it looks like, because I didn't think about sticking it over ink. There we go. Okay, La Maison Sucrée is number 20. Ooh, we've got some juicy strawberries here that I believe, is this just a notebook or is this stick-it notes? This is like, this is so fun. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. I thought we were going to get a whole strawberry, but we're not. We've got 2 halves of strawberry. We've got one big fat strawberry twice. But it is kind of bound, so it's like a little mini strawberry book. So you could write on it and keep it as a book. Or you could rip them off, because it looks like they'd be quite tight. Or you could, could you make a decoration? It would be quite hard, I think. And why would you? But sorry, I'm not even looking again. So you could kind of do that, glue them together, and then, you know, sort of spread it out like that and get a strawberry, maybe. And then you could just, and then you could hang it in the middle. Okay, so you could potentially make this a little bit more fun. You could take that and that. You could open them up by half, spread them out, stick a sticky in the middle like that, and then you could just rip off a piece of, oh, that would be really cool, wouldn't it? Sorry, look at me getting carried away here. So if you sort of did that, you know, but pulled them all around my fingers are stopping it happening, but spread them out, and you could stick a cocktail stick in the middle and glue it to the spine, and then you could kind of hang it, and you'd have a sort of a strawberry that you could pull pages off. How cool would that be? And there's my fountain pen on the juicy strawberry paper. Yeah. Oh, a little bit of bleed coming through, but it is holding in general. Okay, we're getting on now to 21, letters from the past. Is this going to be a little notelet set? No. Oh my gosh. Oh, no. Oh, it's not what I thought it was, but it's like, no, in a really cool way. I think that's a waxing kit. I thought it was going to be a dip pen. Okay, so you get 2 satiny, shiny wax things. I don't know how good they are. I'm not sure. I might use them at the end to show you. This is this is the stamp, which is what is that? I can't tell because of the reflection. Is that a hat? Oh, okay. So it's a hand with 2 hands with kind of like atoms and stars, like a mini universe, I think, in the middle of it. So that's your stamp, and that goes on the nice wooden handle that you've got here. So it screws on like that. What I don't understand is what this is for. There's a little plastic cap. Does anybody know what that's for? Is that to get the seal off, or I don't understand that one. Or do you use that to, because there's nothing else in the box. So you had the 2 wax things here. That's the handle of the seal, and this is obviously meant to be in there because it sat in there. It just kind of came out in the box. So what does one do with this? So anyway, sorry, I just thought I'd show you it all together again at the end because, you know, it's kind of cute. Okay, we're down to 22. We've got silver whirls and sugar crumbs. So this has got to be a sugary sweet thing in here. Ooh, and it's looking notebooky. Look at that one, hey? Ooh. So you've got a little brass feather here with lobster claw and a couple of oh sorry, my brain's gone again, I can't remember what you call these, but you can make them, you know, the circles that you attach things with. Then you've got a little black notebook that's bound with a little elastic. It's like a traveller's companion, and it's got 2. Oh, I like it, you know, so you could probably get 1 more in maybe if you wanted to. The paper feels quite rough. I suspect it will be quite absorbent. Maybe not. Shall I try my fountain pen on it again? So I just did a quick scribble with my fountain pen. So yeah, the paper's slightly absorbent. There's a little bit of bleed and fuzz around the edges, and you get a lot of show through and it's bleeding through. So I think this is kind of like a pencil biro rollerball only. A bit of fun. So do you attach the feathers to this? Like, I suppose there? What do you think, guys? Or do you put it onto this? Where would you put the feather? Okay, we are on Christmas Eve 23, New Beginnings, and it's a biggie down the bottom here. No, oh look, we got it, we got one, we got a dip pen, we got a feather dip pen. How cool is that? Yeah, look at that. You've got this beautiful, rich emeraldy green and gold dip pen, and you've got how many different nibs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different nibs. That's a bit of fun. So here's the feather dip pen. So you've just got an ordinary nib in here, and then you've got the rest of the nibs. They're all kind of like italic ones. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. There, so you've got like a thicker one. They're kind of classic type of nibs you get in these little sets. They're fun for messing about with, and they're good bit if you're interested in playing about and seeing what happens. But I do like that. I think that kind of goes with everything. I quite like the colour. It suits, you know, it fits the theme of the bookshop, and it's got that old curiosities, you know, which is the theme of it, you know, like going into a little old bookshop and finding lots of interesting old things. And that certainly is the theme that goes through. I wonder what 24 is going to be though. Okay, and so it's Christmas Eve and we're going up into the attic to see what we've got in here. We just lift it up and bam, we have got, just checking there's nothing else in there. Oh, I'm going to tip it forward. Hang on, I'm just going to shut the lid, shut the shop front so you can have a look inside the attic, because it's the detail. Look, there's even a wooden floor. I do think with this calendar you are paying for the box as well. It's not just what's inside it. But anyway, the last item is a kind of kawaii pencil case. Sorry, a weird editing blooper. My camera battery died, so I'm going back to day 24, which is the pencil case. It's a really nice one. You know, it's got a textured kind of effect all around it. It's got a big zipper pull. It's gold, the zipper. It opens nicely, and inside, you know, you've got the material. It seems to be well made. It's soft, movable, almost like a tray, so it'd be easy to get things in and out of it. The only thing that's a bit weird is that the calendar hasn't really got lots of things to put inside it, but that doesn't mean it's not usable. So I also, in between changing my battery and re-recording the pencil case, I laid everything out in the background so that I could kind of just do a summary. As a reminder, the calendar cost £109 and I didn't have to pay postage, so you just pay for the calendar price. It has 24 boxes or days, so it averages out at £4.54 per item. So I actually think this is really nice and quite sweet, and I absolutely think you're paying for the beautiful box, which I will show at the end. I'll kind of move everything again as a reminder, but the box is so usable afterwards. I've mentioned that before, so I do think that you're getting value for money. You know, some of these are little kind of like cheapy trinket type things, but they're all very usable and they all would work apart from the pen. The pen not coming with a cartridge that fits is a problem, and you can see I've got inky hands because when my battery ran out I went and had a proper rummage through my cartridges. I have 3 different types of ink cartridge and they all have different openings. This is Lamy, this is Platinum, and this is kind of your stereotypical little small cartridge. The pen absolutely needs a small cartridge. This one sticks out too far. It's a bit like kind of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This one fits, but is still just a little bit too sticks out too much. And also, I'm going to just show you, if I can, very carefully with that, it's not secure, so it's too big as well, so the ink would leak. The small cartridge that comes with it and is a kind of standard, they just don't fit. So what I need to find, so if anyone knows, is I need a small cartridge with a Lamy size, I suppose, is that international opening. The Platinum opening is too big. But at the moment I have a nice wood mini fountain pen that's unusable. I actually really like this calendar. I think it's fun. It's definitely plays into a certain type of person who likes all these kind of like little trinkets. It's not what I call a serious stationery advent calendar. It's absolutely like plays into the kind of cutesy kawaii. As a reminder, it's a stationery calendar based on a kind of an old bookshop full of antiques and curiosities and things. So I think they've kind of covered that pretty well. So I think the washi tape is a really nice idea. Everyone likes washi tape. I just think that the cheese theme is just a bit random, okay? I think there are too many pen holders. I really like this one, this clip. I think it's well made, it's well designed, a nice colour. I'm not so keen on this. It's a completely different textured faux leather. It's quite hard and plasticky, and I don't know what you attach it to. I wouldn't have pens or things on the outside of a bag. What else? I think the notebooks are kind of fun, but they're also Again, not useful necessarily for me. I quite like these little ones here. They're kind of useful. This is very gimmicky and is just kind of like, I would say this is more of a kind of accessory. You put it on your bag and it looks kind of cute. I mean, it might be good for jotting down the odd thing when you forget. So I just think that the concept is quite nice. And if you like doing little mini pictures, you could do kind of a fun flip animation or something with this. So, but it's nicely made, well executed, so I don't have a problem with that. Again, this one was a bit of a weird one. I feel like I made the feather off camera. I only used one of the jump rings. I remember what they were called now as well. So this looks like it's a sort of a bag accessory. You just clip it on. You could attach it to this. I don't think it goes that the brass colours are different. This is kind of aged and antique, and this is sort of satinized. So I'm not sure what this goes through, but it's kind of like a mini extra, I think. So that's a bit strange. I quite like this one again, but the paper inside isn't particularly good quality, but it has a nice aesthetic. So I think if you got this, you'd like it. This is really fun. I really like the kind of glass transparency. What do you call it? Stained glass. That's it. A stained glass effect. I'm not sure about the little photo holders. I just sort of feel they don't quite fit the theme and the colour and the style of the calendar, personally. The dip pen I would not have a problem with, and it absolutely fits into the vibe of the calendar. It's just there's no ink again, so in order to use this you're going to go and have to buy some ink. So I kind of think that with these calendars, if you're going to put something like a dip pen in, you really should provide a little pot of ink. I like the concept of this ruler, and I think it's great because it fits the size of the notebooks, but it's a little bit chunky. I think I'd prefer it if it was like a real thin little brassy one. Oh, I realised when I was talking and I was going, oh, you can hold it up and make a decoration. I think you are supposed to do that. I don't know if two go together, but if you got like a cocktail stick or a small barbecue stick and you made it round and you curved the spine around it and glued or paper clipped a couple of the end pages together like this and snipped it off so that you've got that nice roundness, then what you can do, let's imagine, I'm going to take that, it's going to change the shape, but you know you've got that kind of little square, is you would be able to stand it up on your desk like that and fan it out, and you'd have a kind of standy uppy, let's see if that will hold, no, but you'd end up with a standy uppy strawberry that you could then rip pages out of. And what I was thinking is that the reason they've got two is that maybe in order to get that kind of buff denseness, you kind of curve both of them and glue those two sides together and create something that's like that, so you get a big one. I think you used to be able to buy them, they were like apples and oranges and things like that, so you get kind of like a big strawberry sitting on your desk. But obviously if you don't want to, you could just leave it like this and rip them off as you go. I love the stickers. I just think it's fun, so I really like this. £4.50. Some of these are little cheapy things that you could probably get off, I don't know, Amazon, AliExpress, I don't know, because they're not the kind of things that I would necessarily buy. But as a fun calendar, I think it's lovely. And one of my daughters has come home for the weekend and she saw this and went, box it back up and give it to me. I love it. So I think it's a young person's calendar, you know, and like I said, I really like a lot of the items in there. I promise I will test the dip pen and I will test the wax, and that will be a separate little reel so you can kind of have a look at that. But all in all, I think for a fun value for money kind of stationery stroke accessories advent calendar, this is great. And as a last quick reminder, it's super solid. It's not flimsy, it's not going to break, and all of these drawers are totally reusable. And even more so, what I like is that they're not Christmassy themed, you know, they're absolutely book nerdy, fun little drawers that you can keep all kinds of cute little knickknacks in, whether you're crafting, jewellery, whatever. So I think this is absolutely lovely.